Do not give so much power to anything, or do not let it affect you so much that you feel like you won't be able to survive without it, and you make it your entire world, you make it your everything, and you just feel like your life won't be able to function without it. And I'm not talking about the things which are super significant like health, etc. I'm not talking about that. Me and my friend were having this discussion the other day, and she is so scared of losing her job, and the way she was phrasing her sentences was like, I'm so afraid they will fire me, I'm so afraid I'm not good enough, or I will mess something up, and what will I do if I lose this job? And then I just had to remind her that you will build the skills to acquire another job, or you already have the skills, you will use them. And I just realized she's giving so much power to this job. And I understand some things in life are very significant, and if you lose them it can be very overwhelming, and you are human and you will feel that hurt. Realistically also you will face the difficulties. For example, your entire income is dependent on a job, and losing that job might lead to difficulties. I totally understand that. But the problem is when she just thinks that this is everything she has in this moment. That's why it is affecting her so much, that she just thinks that this job is everything I have, and without it I'm nothing, which is not the truth. And I just feel like things work out in life. Like, do not make anything so significant that you give away your power, A, and B, then you also kind of ignore the negative consequences it can have, because people literally are in jobs that they don't like. And I totally understand it is very uncertain to start something of your own, and it can be very overwhelming to find another job as well. Like, what is the guarantee? I understand that. But sometimes you just totally ignore all the negative consequences, be it when it comes to a person or when it comes to a job. Like, it also happened with me when I moved to this new city. I had this roommate, and she was very toxic, but I was new to the city and I have never done things on my own. So initially I was very afraid, how will I do it on my own? I just thought without that person I won't be able to survive in this city. And that person was literally so disrespectful towards me. And one day I remember we are having this argument, and I clearly remember the things she said to me, and after that, I could not just live with her. And I became so angry. Anger was the only emotion that I could feel in that moment. And in that moment, when I was feeling angry, I made the decision to move out. And it was like, I didn't think about how will I survive and how will I do things on my own, because anger is all I could feel. And I did end up living on my own and managing things. So it turns out my brain kind of convinced me I could not do it, but I was able to do it. So it was not even the truth. Something that I was believing in, that I cannot do it, it was not even the truth. The fact is, whenever you let something control you so much, and then it will affect you so much, it will take away that peace from you, it will take away that kind of power from you, because you are giving that thing the power, and then you will get attached to it so much. That is why detachment is somehow so important. Having the sense of eventually everything will work out. I might not know how is it gonna work out, but I believe it is gonna work out. Either I will do something to make things better, or something will come along that will help me. That sense is so important, not being just fixated on this one thing or one person. And it has happened with me too, romantically too. I was so attached to this person, and even as a joke, if this person used to say that tomorrow if we don't talk, that thought was itself so scary. And this person kind of took advantage of that. Like, they took advantage of my care, and they knew how important this is to me. And I went through a lot because of this person, and until that day came when only option I had was to leave. And I could, like, I could have been in that relationship for longer. I was already in there for like a month or so, because I was too scared to imagine my life without them. But when things got like so much worse, I ended up leaving. And after that, initially it was hard. Of course, we are humans, we feel hurt. But I ended up filling my own life with the things that I enjoy. So life was different without them, yes, but it does not mean that I was not able to live without them. So I think it also ends up you being in situations which are not right for you. Even with content creation, initially I got so attached, and I got so attached to the views and to the numbers, that it just became a process which I was not enjoying. While I started, the reason for starting it was because I enjoyed doing this, and I just made it my entire world. I just thought that if this will not work out, then no, 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 like this should work out. I was not even considering the possibility of it not working out, and I know it hurts, especially when you are really passionate about something, when you are giving it your everything, when you are doing everything you can, and all your reasons are very genuine, and you feel like this is something which is really important to you. But it was also controlling me then, because it's just so much heavy, it weighs heavy on you then. And when I just reminded myself that the fact that I started it was because I enjoy doing it, then I just need to make videos, and people who will relate to me will find me. When you consider this possibility that okay, if this does not work out, something else will, and your life would not stop, there's a sense of freedom in it. You feel relieved, and also instead, like, not focusing too much on the outcome, you can just focus on the process. And I think it's so much better this way. And sometimes you might not know the reason why something does not work out, and life is complex. And one another thing is that you don't need to attach your worth to something. Like, if someone leaves you, you don't need to say to yourself you are not valuable. Or if someone cheats on you, you don't need to tell yourself that you are not pretty enough. Or if you are not able to make it in a certain career, you don't need to tell yourself you are not capable enough. Life is complex. There are a lot of reasons. You don't need to figure out every reason why it is not working. But in the end, do not take it to your worth. Your worth should be something stable. Your worth should be something that is not fluctuating. I think these two are very interconnected, like they go hand in hand. A lot of the times you just feel like you won't be able to survive without something, and then you also think like I'm not worthy if I don't have this thing. Not always, but a lot of the times it goes hand in hand. I also remember discussing it with one of my other friends, and she started a business, and she got so attached to the outcome. She got so attached to the idea that it should work out, and she had this belief that I cannot do anything else. And that thing did not work out, and she was completely shattered. But when she actually started exploring other things, she found out things that she can do. Like, she changed her belief about herself that I cannot do anything else, or there is not anything else meant for me, and she actually found something better which she enjoyed more. And I also have this person in my life who does not take things too seriously. And I think when you see people around you, it's such an attractive quality. This person is very good at his job, okay, he has a job, he's very good at it, but you will never see him worrying about losing the job, or thinking that what if they replace me. And I know that is a very valid fear, and I'm not judging anyone who has this fear, because that is a very valid fear. But this person has this self belief, and he's like, I know I'll work something out, or if not, there's something else will come along. Like, he literally does not give importance to any, like, that much importance to anything. I'm not saying that he's not serious about his job or anything, but it's just the way he approaches life with, be it in like career, job, or even in relationships. There is this sense of like, when you don't give your power away. And detachment is also like not focusing too much on a certain outcome, that if you are doing this thing, that it should end up like this. Maybe it does not end up like this, but it does benefit you, but in another way. So the fact is just that when something starts affecting you too much, that it takes control over you, that you lose yourself into it, and you don't remember that you are the one in charge. It's your life. And sometimes you feel so scared, and I think fear is one of the feelings that is underneath it, and I totally understand that. The bottom line is, do not let anything affect you so much that it literally takes away the power from you. And life will work itself out. You will figure it out. Like, you might not know how, or how will things unfold, but the fact is they will. So just try to not get too attached to something, or do not make it your everything. So yes, that is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.